prepare for trouble, and this time we're gonna make it double. I don't have two guests with me tonight as well, but it's just me and a guest to talk about his Twitch journey, to unite all gaming subjects, to denounce the likes and dislikes of gaming, to extend your info about him. We have myself and Cam. Team Rocket blasts questions off at the speed of light. Surrender now and listen to this episode tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed the intro. Well, please everybody welcome Team Rocket Cam.
Yeah, let's go. Happy Friday. Blucifer, how are you?
I'm doing good. I think I'm coming down with a cold or something.
It happens. It's about that time. It's that season. I mean, at least here it's the winter. So everybody's in such a transitional phase. Everyone is getting sick. Everyone who has kids, they're sick, but I'm lucky because I do work from home.
Yeah.
Outside of running my evil organization, I do work in tech. So I do that Monday through Friday. Team Rocket has to have a full-time job as well. So, but I'm happy that I do work from home. That way I can avoid getting sick right now.
Oh yeah. I wish I could avoid getting sick. Honestly, like I haven't even shown any symptoms in like ages, and I've been taking care of myself. And I think it's sad that it's the first time that I have a sore throat and I don't scream.
Right, well, just drink some tea and honey and you should be okay.
Yeah. All right, so the first thing I always ask my guests, you've asked me this question, but now I'm gonna ask you this question. How are you doing today?
I am doing absolutely well. Today is Friday, so I'm happy to be off.
Hell yeah.
I just got back in from the gym, which is always a great way to end a night or start a day. I feel like for me personally, fitness really helps set the tone for the day. And I know that we're going to eventually touch topics on mental health and how I maintain that. But that's literally one of my secrets to maintaining like a mental health space that is healthy. It doesn't fix everything, but in the moment it really does make you feel better about yourself, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah.
You know, sometimes we're looking for like an instant fix. I feel like that's one of the cheat codes, the gym and like fitness or whatever. It could be running, it could be taking a walk. It's just like, you know, tap out for a second and allow yourself to let go of what you have absorbed all week or in the last month or even the last year.
100%. And even exercising relieves stress.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's a great way to blast off. It really is. I tell all my Team Rocket members that all the time.
Oh yeah. So since we're talking about Team Rocket, how did you get the idea? Before that, actually, no. Where did the name Team Rocket Cam come from, and what's the lore behind it? Like, why did you pick Team Rocket specifically?
Right. So for me, obviously, like I'm a big 90s kid. I grew up in the 90s, so I was introduced to Pokemon, aka Pocket Monster, Power Rangers, all these amazing shows, Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball Z, you know, JoJo Bizarre, all these animes, and being a young kid, I just always found myself in certain characters. But then as I grew up, and I really started to appreciate like character arcs and character development and character traits and not just what characters look like, I started to really identify with Team Rocket. And I know that like for some people are like, Team Rocket, they're an evil organization, but when you really sit back and think about Team Rocket and who they are, their Pokemon love them, you know, they've saved Ash and the gang so many times. They're usually there to be like the anti-hero, and even in life, you know, like we're always expected to be good, and I feel like there needs to be a balance. And for me, I relate to them because they are that. They're a really nice balance between, you know, mischievous and evil and good and trustworthy, and I think that's why I related to them. And the reason why my character was inspired by Team Rocket was because I wanted to create something that was original, but attach it to something that was familiar. So rather than me just cosplaying like Jesse or James, I figured there's other Team Rocket members that work for the company,
Yeah.
and I can just be Team Rocket Cam, the guy who runs the tech department at Team Rocket. And
Oh my
that was how
God.
I came up with that whole thing. And I just stuck with it. And and for me, that's what's just been working for me. And I really do enjoy dressing up in the different uniforms and thinking about how I can elevate it and rep Team Rocket, because there's other people out there who rep Team Rocket, and I'm always inspired by them. And it's just nice to see that
Yeah.
something that was introduced to us in the 90s lives on, because even though Team Rocket is such a staple in Pokemon, they were introduced in the 90s and they were almost in every series until it ended.
Yeah. Until the
So
Ash
they're
part
pretty,
ended.
they're pretty
actually.
iconic. Right, right, exactly. So they were their story ended when Ash finally became a Pokemon master. and
25
it
years
took
later.
him
Yeah.
Right, so never give up on your dreams and
Yeah.
always keep pushing and stay consistent, even if you blast off.
Yeah. So, is there like a reason why they like at some points in the anime? I don't know if you have that knowledge or info. Their outfit is white, but like in Pokemon Go or at some instances in the anime, their outfit becomes black. Or maybe like, is it the anti-Team Rocket? Is it another clan? Is it the same one? I don't get that concept.
Well, it's the same organization, right? So like I have a black uniform, I have a white uniform. It's just different levels of grunts,
Okay.
you know? So think about it this way. You have a tier 1 class, you have a tier 2 class. And tier 1 is the white uniform, and tier 2 I think is above them. So that's why you have that beef happening with Jesse and James and Cassidy and Butch, and why they think they're so much better than Jesse and James. It's just a ranking system within Team Rocket, and that's how we keep our clients together, but we keep them competing.
Yeah. So going back to Twitch, how did you discover Twitch, and how did you decide to become a streamer? And also, can you tell people about the channel?
Yes. So my channel name is TeamRocketCAM, and how I decided, or when did I decide to become a streamer? Well, it was something that was always like in the back of my head. I've always been a gamer since I was a kid, and you know, growing up in the 90s, when you were playing video games with your friends, they were literally in your living room. So to watch the video game industry blossom into what it is today, it's absolutely amazing. And then to see the social media aspects integrated within the video gaming community, and how platforms like Twitch bring people together, it's absolutely amazing. So I was aware of Twitch for years, ever since they pretty much debuted. However, I had some things in my life that I wanted to take care of first that were big priorities, which was my education. And I have an issue with rewarding myself without feeling like I worked for it. So what I told myself was, when I finally get my GED, because I was a high school dropout, and when I put myself through college and I finally get my college degree, then I'll be able to invest time in streaming. So once I did that, I felt like, okay, I can take this time now to invest in my stream because I invested in my education. Don't ask me why I correlated the two, right? Because I could have started streaming without getting my education, but I think because I moved out so early when I was young, at 16, and I've always had to be my own authority figure, if that makes sense, I'm a little tough on myself. So I've learned to, in a way, say, okay, you have to do A through, C before you reward yourself with D. And that's simply where that started. And then I was like, okay, I'm on Twitch now. So my first week on Twitch, I literally wasn't cosplaying. My name was on Twitch was literally my first and last name. There was no branding, there was no marketing behind it. I just thought that I could get on camera, turn on a game, and people will show up to play with me. And obviously, we all learned the hard way.
Yeah.
And after like maybe 2-3 weeks of streaming, I sat back and I thought, how could I make this fun? This is my channel, this is my TV show. I started thinking about like all the sitcoms we grew up with, like iCarly, or That's So Raven, and like even how could I showcase my sense of humor more, because when I'm not in cosplay, I feel like there's a wall up in a way, but when I do cosplay Team Rocket, I feel safe to be humorous. I feel safe to make fun of myself. I feel safe to be silly. And once I started doing that, and I introduced this whole Team Rocket brand, and I work for Team Rocket, and Giovanni sent me here to take up space in the Twitch world, that's when I started to see support from other streamers. And obviously Pokemon fans, they were loving it and they kind of ate it up. And I met the first group of streamers who helped and supported me to hit affiliate, which I was able to do within like a month, was a group of friends that I found on Twitter. And it wasn't support for support. I was just like naturally tweeting things about streaming and asking questions. And at one point the streaming community on Twitter was like so helpful and like a family before people were arguing and creating drama and fake beefs just for numbers and stuff. But like these core group of people helped me hit affiliate, and I was like, okay, all right. So that's really pretty much how it all started, and my love for Pokemon and just always wanting to cosplay. And I play a lot of Nintendo games, so occasionally I'll dress up as Super Mario, especially when I'm playing games like Mario Kart or Mario Party. So I'm exclusively Team Rocket, but as you know, Team Rocket is always in disguises. If you watch the anime, you will know that, right?
Most iconic moment is when James put on a pair of like titties and like
I love it. And he was teasing Misty because he had bigger boobs than her.
Oh my god.
I love him. I love him so much. James will forever be one of the best characters on TV. And it's so crazy because, if that came out now, people would look at it and be like, oh, they're woke, they're pushing an agenda. And I'm like, James was gender bending since the 90s. This is nothing new. People who are fluid in their sexuality or fluid in how they dress have existed before time, before we created social norms. People don't realize that people dress the way they dress, and they aren't eccentric with their dressing and expressive because those things are usually oppressed by their surroundings, which is very unfortunate. So like for me, obviously I wish that I had the balls to go outside and dress up as extravagant as a Pokemon trainer would, or like the characters you see in the Pokemon world. But I'm just a very relaxed kind of corporate looking guy, and then I get to live those moments out on Twitch. And I think for me, that's why I love cosplaying so much. And I just feel like it's your channel, you got to make it what you make it, but I would be fooling myself to not express this side of me when this is the platform to do so. You know what I mean? So if you think it's corny or you're afraid to do it, just do it. You just never know who may like your idea.
Yeah. At some point when I started, I was afraid of talking my own native language, which is Lebanese, Arabic, or even like nuances or shades of French, because I know French, or even bring up, because I had a redeem in the past where it says talk in French for 2 minutes, talk in Lebanese, Arabic for 2 minutes. Now I'm not afraid, because people want to know that culture. People want to explore
I think it's
new
beautiful.
stuff. Yeah.
Right. And I think that honestly, the world is full of different cultures, and people are multi-languages. There's multiple languages, and I love the fact, and I love the fact that there are some people who can express themselves in different languages. That means that you're brilliant. It means that you're smart, and you should definitely showcase those skills. I wish growing up in America that we were forced to take another language as a second language, you know?
Yeah.
When I was in high school, there was an option to do like French or Spanish, but you know, by the time you're in high school, you know, you're like 15. If you want to be fluid in a second language, that should be installed in you as a kid, you know? But
Yeah.
yeah, I think you should definitely never hide that. I think that makes you really cool.
Oh yeah, yeah. So going back to Jesse and James, I just want to take a moment and say like, rest in peace to both of them, because the voice of Jesse died last year and the voice of James died this
Right.
year. And thank you for everything they gave us. That's like,
Yes, I agree.
I don't think anybody could have or could actually replace them with what they did. And I think back in the 90s, like somehow they were more open-minded, I feel, than they were now. Like,
I agree.
yeah, like
Of course, I
very
agree.
extravagant. Yeah,
Yes, extravagant in the way they express themselves,
Yeah.
even the violence. I mean, there was an episode where Team Rocket pulled out an AK-47 on Ash and the gang, and they were shooting at them.
Yeah.
They would never do that later on.
banned that
Pokemon
episode.
became extremely, yeah. Pokemon became extremely corporate, which is fine. I think that is how life is. That's just
Yeah.
how it works. I think everybody has an idea and we want to see it be successful. And no matter how hard we want to hold on to what something was,
Yeah.
once it's introduced to the public and then there's a like a younger demographic involved, or just there's a business plan, there's always going to be people there saying, well, you got to tone this down, and you have to be willing to make those changes whenever you're elevating. So that's why for me, like whenever I stream, you know, I'm very humorous.
Yeah.
Everybody's allowed to be themselves. But for me personally, in my head, I always try to say to myself, stream like Nintendo is watching and Disney is watching, because you just never know. You might have someone who has a new game coming out and they may want you to showcase it on your channel. And whether it's a big developer or small developer, you just
Yeah.
never know. But the biggest thing that I hear from social media managers, what stops certain clients from getting certain sponsorships, is because the streamer is simply just cursing way too much.
Yeah.
So I just always try to consider them things, even though I'm not as big as I want to be, but eventually we'll get there, you know? So you have to just always pre-plan, so when those things happen for you, you're not afraid of change. And that's just with everything in life. That's just with everything in life. I went through a big transitional phase in my life. I did property management for like almost 6 years of my life. The coronavirus happened. Everybody lost their job. I was almost done with my bachelor's degree, eventually graduated, and now I'm in a whole new demographic. Like, I'm working in tech and it's super corporate, and I had a little bit of imposter syndrome at the beginning, because that's just simply how it is when you're trying something new. I have imposter syndrome all the time on Twitch, where I feel like I'm just simply not good enough. But people have to remember that like half of the job is just showing up. Actually, that's like 80%. And once you show up, you put your best face forward, and you're there to represent what you can bring to the table.
Yeah.
So
You can actually control what other people might say in chat. Like today, for example, I want to try and keep, because like in the past, I was like kind of like a 21 plus streamer, rated R channel, let people say innuendos and sexual stuff in chat. But now,
and that's okay too.
Yeah.
And that, if that's the route that you want to go, that's okay, because I see people who are super successful with 21 plus channels.
yeah,
you
no,
know?
but like now with me being a Clay ambassador or a content creator for Clay, the company that made Don't Starve Together, I've seen most of them have the 18 plus tag, but they don't go, I don't see their chats, or at least from who I know, because I've seen so many viewers get scared from some like sexual tangias or something, at least
Yes.
during Don't Starve
Yes.
Together. But if the company doesn't want that, and if like cutting that out brings me more traction, then I would do it. Like you can't always control what other people can say. Like, okay,
Of
I told
course,
them like
of
I
course.
don't mind that, but like I've toned down the amount of like interactions with Blurp and Tangia.
Right. And I
Yeah.
think that's smart of you. You are there to stream and have fun, but you
Yeah.
want it to be a
And I don't want to
lucrative
stress.
business.
Yeah, I don't want to
Right.
stress.
You want it to be a lucrative business. And I think that the people who support you will understand that. And the
Yeah.
people who would like to just simply be around to just try to create shock value in other people's streams, if that's the only reason why they're there, then they can go, you know? And it's okay. The thing is, for me, I've accepted the fact with Twitch is that no one is obligated to support me. So people come and go, and I've experienced that. And yes, it's sad, but I don't take it personally.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh yeah. Tell
one
me
day they
about the
blast
come and
off
go.
again with me. Right. One day they'll be blasting off with me, and the next day I'll never see them again.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Yeah. Just cover them with that wheezing smoke and just move on.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Like as you said, I've seen like a lot of people come and go. This year presumably was the worst. Like it showed me and a lot of other people who people are. And I'm at a point right now in my life where I'm like, oh, drama is starting, unfollow. Like today someone was trying to be dramatic outside of Twitch, like IRL, because he's like a person I just like crossed paths with, and he keeps like calling me from like random numbers. And then when I told him like, please stop calling me from random numbers, he called me like a piece of shit, and I'm like, no, block.
Right, and that is unacceptable because you are literally a sweet person. And
Yeah.
if you're not answering someone, then they have to understand that you're not available in that moment. And I absolutely get it. I've had people like that who are still around in my stream where I know that they don't mean any harm, and maybe they're excited to tell me something, but it's really inappropriate to like call someone 15 times in a row. Like
Yeah.
that behavior, I'm not here to tell people what's normal, but that type of behavior is not normal
100%.
because you don't understand that the next person, you may be inflicting some type of anxiety on them. You might be triggering them, you know? Maybe they were
Yeah.
stalked in the past. Maybe they were abused, and that type of behavior is triggering for them, so they're stepping away from you.
Not
So
only
people just-
that, but like maybe they have like an impulsive behavior from what I've been diagnosed with this year, cyclothymia. It's on the scale of being bipolar, but doesn't qualify for it. It's like I could be extremely impulsive, extremely sad, extremely happy. There's no in between.
Right, and I absolutely understand that. And that's the thing. People don't realize that in these spaces, as a streamer, we are there to obviously like lead the room, guide the room, and we're also on there because we may need a break from our real life. And it's amazing to talk about, you know, mental health issues and the problems that people are going through. But also, I think people who support streamers need to understand that streamers don't necessarily have all the answers neither. Like, I wouldn't go as a 37-year-old man. I'll be 37 on next week, Monday.
Ooh,
as a 36-year-old man, you know, as a 36-year-old man currently, as a 36-year-old Team Rocket Grunt member, I wouldn't expect a 19 or 20-year-old to have the answers that I'm looking for.
Yeah.
We're just in two different spaces in our lives. And it's not saying that I devalue their opinion. I'm just saying I'm not going to necessarily like ask them something that I know that they probably haven't gone through because they're just starting their lives. So I think that's why it's important for me when people do come to me for advice, that I give them advice that I would only give to people that I love. Because the thing is, people really do look up to streamers. I know some people are in it for fame, some people are in it for money, some people are in it for community. And those people who are in it for community and the right reasons, I mean, whatever, I'm not going to say what reasons are right and what reasons are wrong, but those people who are truly in it to connect and be there for their community, they too need that outlet as well. So sometimes when those things get pounded on, issue after issue after issue, people get frustrated, and then sometimes people are like, oh, that streamer is mean. But it's like, no, there's a time and a place for certain things, and if we're happy playing Mario Party right now, I don't think the public chat is really the place to maybe talk about things that might be triggering to other people, you know, because I had someone come in at one point and they wanted to like tell us about their sibling who committed suicide, but someone else has a sibling who did that as well, and they were basically saying like, you know, that person coming in and just blurring that out was triggering for them, and they had to leave for a second because it made them reflect on their family member. So, you know, that's the thing. I you know, streaming, there's no right or wrong way, and you want to connect on a deeper level, but also too, sometimes people just want to check out and have fun. And that's why I try to lead most of my streams always with love, but then also I'm concerned too, and I would like to hear about your day. If I'm asking you how are you, it's because I genuinely want to know. Yeah.
Like I've had those issues with like someone who I know, not in my channel, but like I've heard of people doing that. Like there was a user that I used to know. I heard that she went to several people's channels, and the first thing she said, I've had a shit day. My cousin got stabbed twice, and that streamer ended their stream abruptly. Yeah.
Because, I mean, not everybody's used to that type of stuff, so I think people have to be considerate. And the thing is also, too, I know that a lot of people are in self-isolation, or they use these streaming services as truly their only tool to socialize with people. And, like, you have to realize that you have to also be active in real life. Like, there needs to be a balance to everything. And not everybody online is your friend, unfortunately. That's just how the world is, and 100%. Not everybody online has the right answers for what you're probably going through.
100%. You cannot be friends. This is what I learned this year. You cannot be friends with anyone, and not everybody will be your friend or will remain your friend, because some people might choose, as you said, money or subs or like views over community.
Yes, like I've had that happen to me, and I try not to take, like I try to follow streaming etiquette. I've learned streaming etiquette. You know me, Blucifer. You know that I'm hyper. You know that I'm loud. You know that I make jokes. I'm giggling. Yourself. I'm laughing. I'm myself, right? Yes. First and foremost, I'm there to have fun. Secondly, I'm there to play video games. I love to win, but I'm not going to get upset. We planned like this big Mario Kart community day, and you know how you can stream together, so there were other streamers streaming, so you know how there's like a limit, right? So the person who invited me was also invited by someone else who's a pretty big streamer, and they have like really nice numbers. So the person who I knew, and they know me before they know like that big streamer, right? So they knew me first. We were all doing the stream together, and I said, hey, are we going to stream together? And they were like, oh, I'm gonna go over there with them, but there's no more room, which is fine, because I don't care about numbers. I mean, my friends show up to support me. Whether it's 15 people or 30 or 40, I'm happy for the support, and I'm grateful, because there was a day when there was 0, and when there was 3, and when there was 5, and whether there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 100, my energy is always the same. But seeing a friend literally do that to me, you know, to just so that their numbers look bigger, because you know how you benefit from stream together, it reflects in your statistics and your on your streaming statistics. So they just wanted to have that big number, and I could understand wanting to be successful and feel and experience what it's like to have an ultra busy chat, to have over 300 people on your view account. But that can't be the sole purpose why you stream, because then you'll be triggered every day. There's some times where I stream and I have 20. There's some days I stream I have 40, and I'm happy.
Yeah.
It is what it is. So that is an example of what I've experienced on Twitch. There's other things that I could get into, but they're kind of dark, and honestly, I really don't even want to touch on those things because it's just sad that Twitch partners will go out of their way when they feel threatened by someone that's up and coming. And that's probably the only thing that I could say about that,
Yeah.
because once I hit Twitch partner, the only thing that I want to do is nurture and help build people up.
Same.
I would never want to stop someone from elevating in their streaming journey.
Same. Actually, no, I would elevate them even more. I would help them build their communities, which is why I tend to like help other people. If I don't see someone that I like don't want to raid or I've raided recently, I just go look for other people. Some streams, for example, I try to keep it at the same category. Like, for example, if it's stream team related, if it's Don't Starve Together related, if it's Pokemon related, I try to find someone new. Like, I've met someone recently. She's been on the podcast like a couple episodes back. She was having the worst day ever that day. And she was on Don't Starve Together. And I don't believe in coincidence. It's like fate. We crossed paths, and she keeps telling me to this day, thank you so much. You've made my day that day. I rated her, I think, with 85 people, and she just broke.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, you're amazing. You're sweet. And you've rated me, and I appreciate you. And like I said, it's always a blast to be a part of your streams. I have you with me while I'm working because it's, you know, we're on two different sides of the world, but I'm definitely with you for every stream. And thank you for being awesome. You're always a vibe.
Of course. So this is also one thing, since we're touching on a little bit of like sharing. Some of the people, one of the people that I met this year, like I've confided in them in some ways, or told them like stuff that I've been doing or stuff that I'm into, or like plans, like since we were like sharing them and myself, and I've told them about just what I have planned, or like what I'm doing or whatever. And then at some point, like earlier this month, they went on stream and just ranted about like follow for follow. Even they ranted about, I don't get why anonymous viewers is a thing, for example. Like, they've kind of targeted me indirectly, and they're asking their people to unfollow me, which is, I don't want to go and do that to them. I don't want to go down to their level, but like that proves to show that people are shitty. Like, we've been friends. They thought I was stealing their viewers when the viewers in their channel asked like, where's the giveaway happening? And when we were doing stream together, I was like, okay, it's in my channel. If you're interested, I don't think it's gonna work if you do it from their channel. If you're interested, do the command on my side. And they thought I was stealing their viewers. And then they blamed me for dying on purpose in peak just to talk to my chat, when they went ahead in front of me and left me with nothing. Like, I didn't have anything.
Well, they would hate me. Well, they would hate me because there's so many times where I literally die because I prioritize chat over gaming. And I thought that's the thing people don't realize. I think with Twitch, like I said, we're there for fun, but you're also providing a service of some form of customer service. You know what I mean? You're still providing a form of customer service. And if someone is asking you a question and you're literally ignoring them, for me, that's the quickest way to turn me off. Because I've been in streams where I'm literally like, are they ignoring me on purpose?
If it happens once or twice, I understand it's not on purpose. But when you add them, you highlight the message, you even do TTS if you have, and they still ignore you, then no.
Right, exactly. And so you know what, that wasn't your friend. And I've had similar situations where I have streamed together with other people, and I found myself maybe dulling my personality a little bit to match maybe their vibe, and that really is not something, that's not a pressure that a friend should put on you, because your friend should be there to allow you to be yourself and constantly push you to elevate and enjoy that, you know what I mean, whether they're benefiting from the moment or not. I've done stream togethers and collabs where I've gotten rated 3 or 4 times, and I'm literally constantly like, I'm also collabing with, you know, so and so, make sure you give them a follow, because that's the point, you know. And I'm not triggered by that, but I've had people say, well, you know, like, I'm just a little triggered at the fact that you get support and I didn't get any. And I'm just like, well, that's not my fault, but I'm also trying to drive that traffic your way. And I just find that for me, I don't have an issue sharing, because one, I'm an adult, I'm not a child, but also two, I come from a big family, so I'm used to it already.
Oversharing, like oversharing has done me a lot of damage.
No,
also,
meaning I don't mind sharing. Like, I don't mind, like, if I have a piece of pizza, I will give you half. If I have a raid of 60 people coming in, I don't mind telling those people, go to that stream, support my friend, because we're collabing together.
100%.
Like, that is the point. So I don't think that that's your friend. And it is what it is.
Yeah, and at some point they're like, they kind of got very, and I helped them get affiliate, get monetized on YouTube. I stopped lurking them on Twitch and I kept it on YouTube just for them to get affiliate on there. And I like advertised every time I went into my, they went into my chat, I advertised for them. They shared their YouTube. We shared everything. And just by this, like after my birthday, like everything fell apart, everything literally. And I got to a point this year, I don't know if it's the first time I tell this or I say this on the podcast, but like I didn't reach a burnout, but I've reached like a breaking point where I was like asking myself, where am I going with this? Is this me? Is this like breaking me? How to stop the breaking? And I almost quit. But then I went to the first ever channel who made me a mod. He stopped streaming, sadly. Speakers bleed. I know he won't be listening because I haven't heard from him since 2022 when he went off the radar. But he's also a Clay ambassador. Like, he helped me fortify my knowledge in Don't Starve Together, and I'm forever grateful. And it's that channel that kind of propelled me into meeting other people and so on. But I went back there and I went into mod view and I saw the chat logs that I sent on my user, and it was like bliss. It was awesome. It was heavenly. And I was like, you know what, Blue, you're an idiot. You have Don't Starve Together and under your nose all this time and you excel at that game. Why not make it a thing? And then suddenly I raid into another ambassador and she invites me into the program, and the rest is history.
There you go. And the thing is, burnout is absolutely okay. Sometimes you have to step back and really analyze what you are doing and how you're investing your time. I mean, it's more of the drama that drained me. See, but that's the thing. So for me, I always feel like I'm not involved enough. You know, I feel like I'm not sometimes like tapping into certain communities. Like, am I like, because I don't necessarily lead with the fact that I'm gay, but I'm a gay man, and I get a little sad sometimes when I don't necessarily get supported from the gay community, maybe because I don't lead with that. But it bothers me sometimes because I'm like, I wish, but it's like, do I have to be like outwardly more like, I don't know. But the thing is, I also want the space to be welcoming to everyone, so that's why I don't necessarily lead with sexuality and those things, because it's irrelevant to what I'm doing in the moment. But I absolutely understand burnout and feeling like if what you're doing is worth it in the moment. I mean, I feel that way every other day with Twitch, and because I've invested a lot of time into Twitch, and I'm constantly fighting against certain things like, should I stream with my shirt off? You know, should I be more sexual and post, you know, shirtless selfies on Twitter to promote my page more? Because I have people who started with me who are basically partners now, but they kind of all switched over to like kind of leading with, you know, like
Adult.
very sexually driven adult content, and like I don't want to do that. Like I want to cosplay Team Rocket and play my Nintendo games and have fun with friends, and not be embarrassed if my niece or my nephew finds my Twitch page, because they could. You know what I mean? And I think that's what's important to me. So I think, and then I do see people who I'm inspired by that run a clean and fun and family friendly, you know, Twitch environment. And I know that those people are out there. So I just have to continuously keep pushing and being open to feedback and just trying to constantly elevate, and know that I don't have to go on the streets and prank people and try to go viral just so I could have people show up to have fun.
Yeah, whoever shows up, like after that, after thinking hard about like my decisions or what's next for the channel, I've had to take away some roles. I've had to reevaluate some stuff on my channel. I've had to give like myself not distance from Twitch itself, but just like a moment with my own self and my own thoughts and reflect on everything. And then I'm like, you know what? Whoever shows up, shows up. I'll know who stays and I know who goes just by whatever happens, or just like how consistent they are. But if I know that a person is really busy and they're not like in other people's streams, and then they're like barely in mine after they get mod or after they get VIP, for example, I understand. But like there's been a few people that I've seen around and that I made moderators. I don't have beef with them. I'm just like kind of stating a point where like I see them around 24/7 in other people's chats, even during my time, and I know they're able to be there, and yet they don't show up, and they don't even have mod there. Like I've spoken of this, but not on stream. Like I've vented to one of my moderators. There's, by the way, I don't know if you've heard, but there's now a new role on Twitch, lead moderator.
I saw that feature.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's amazing.
I added 3 today, and I think one of the features is that the lead moderator can make someone else a mod.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and they can delete other mods, other like mods messages, because you can't do that on Twitch, or used to not be able to.
Right.
Yeah.
That's an amazing incentive, because people love scoreboards and seeing how much time they've invested in a streamer. But like I said, I absolutely understand that, and I'm sensitive about it too. As rough as I look, I'm a very sensitive person, and when I'm putting time into something, I just hope to get great feedback. So
yeah,
I absolutely understand it. I just don't talk about it out loud because I don't want to seem ungrateful to the people who do support me. But it is frustrating where people come in and, you know, maybe you're having a great week and they're like, oh, I come across people where they're like only around when I have big numbers in my stream.
Oh, yeah.
Or I've had people who I've helped hit affiliate and then they have disappeared and they stopped supporting me. Yeah. And it's like, okay, well, I guess I shouldn't really speak about these things because I'm gonna sound like a superficial asshole, and I'm a 36-year-old man who shouldn't be getting triggered by social media behaviors. But these people were pretending to be, I guess, somewhat of an acquaintance to me, and then I find that if you meet maybe 10 people like that, maybe 3 out of the 10 people are being genuine and the rest are kind of, you know, just bullshitting around. And that's life. People social climb all the time. So I understand that this concept exists, but I find that online it's so much more obvious because there's no one to hold them accountable for their actions. Like they can just block you and be done and move forward with their life, and that's it. Exactly.
That's what I'm also like doing with people now. If I'm done, I'm not gonna stir drama. I'm like, like what I told one of my former mods, I've known her since 2022, and there's been some tension in the past, but like at the moment, I unmodded her, and I told her like, if you want to take my diamond away, feel free. I don't want any roles to get in between our friendship because of something I said that kind of like someone had a username that can also be turned into the word Andi, and I called them that name, and I didn't know that they didn't like that, or they didn't think I was like humoring them, or it wasn't meant in a mean way. It's just that after that she messages me and she's like, well, he doesn't like being called Andi and stuff, and I'm like, oh my god, I didn't know. And after that, 3 of her mods that other 3 aren't involved started unfollowing me, and I'm like, okay, no, this has got to stop. Like, it's getting stupid, it's getting ridiculous for both of us, and I just wanted platonic. I just wanted, not platonic, shallow, actually, that's the word, shallow, and that's what I did. But yeah,
Right.
there's like 2 more questions in this segment before we move on to the next one.
Okay.
Yeah.
No problem.
So, as you said, you mostly do a variety of console games with a focus on. Recently, I've seen you play Marvel Rivals and Nintendo games. What's the best and
Right.
worst experience you've had in one of those games before?
So I mean, let's just talk about Mario Party. So Mario Party is a community-based game that you play with your community. I've had the worst experience in the sense of people have gotten emotional over the game, and
Yeah.
I understand it because I was that kid, but I was a kid. I'm talking about adults have cursed me out over Mario Party. And you know, like I can be an asshole too, so I'm not gonna get upset. You know, I'll laugh and probably tease them and be a dick back. So I think Mario Party and Mario Kart has probably caused me my most drama on Twitch. For some reason, Marvel Rivals just brings people together like a happy family. I haven't had any drama with Marvel Rivals. So I would say it's the Nintendo games that bring the devil out of people.
Yeah, I think like I agree to disagree, because like one time something very funny when my other friend was playing off stream, and I was watching her Discord, like her shared screen on Discord, and we've seen someone just pouting because she chose the Hulk, and the other person wanted the Hulk, and they were pouting. They didn't do anything on stream, and then at the end they learned that they wanted the Hulk and they refused to play because someone else was also the Hulk.
Oh yeah, that's very juvenile. I mean,
Yeah.
I've had that in Marvel Rivals. So yeah, for example, okay, yeah, I do have some bad experiences with Marvel Rivals.
Yeah.
So to touch back on Mario Party really quick, the person was pissed off at me because I stole their star, and that's literally what you do in Mario Party. You steal stars. So yeah, we're gonna have to learn some self-control, people.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's nothing wrong with emotions, but if you're getting triggered by the functions of the video game because that's how the rules are in the video game, then maybe you need to take a step back and evaluate why
Yeah.
you're so triggered by video game. I have dealt with juvenile people while playing Marvel Rivals who only want to play certain categories, like they only want to play support, and they'll insta lock the same character. And then if you suggest like, hey, could you try this character because we may need another healer, they'll leave, or they'll throw the game or things like that. So yes, I you know what, I agree about Marvel Rivals as well. I mean, obviously any game, community games, especially when there are people involved, the experience can go south and become a negative one, and that's just,
Yeah.
I guess, human nature.
I guess. Yeah, or some people get overly emotional because they get triggered easily.
Right. And like I said, if
Yeah.
you're getting triggered that easily over video games, I think you need to take a walk and smell some flowers.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know why, no offense though, but I felt that Meowth in You Speak when he said that. Because still Team Rocket. You know the reference?
Right.
Yeah. So to the new people out there who are listening and maybe are considering starting to stream or just started or are maybe even thinking about it, what's one advice you want to give them?
So, one of the ones that everyone will say to you, every YouTube video, continuously talk. Even if there's zero people in your chat, talk like there's people in there. But what I
Narrate.
learned though, a good tip, right, is to narrate, like, even if there's no one in the chat or people are not necessarily talking, what I do is I'll narrate what I'm about to do or what is happening in the video game. So you can just kind of talk about what's happening. That's a good tip. But also, too, you don't necessarily need the most expensive setup to start streaming. Like, I currently stream off my MacBook and it's an M2, and my streams are, I think, in my opinion, pretty high quality. The mic that I use is not that expensive. I paid like 37 bucks for this. My webcam was like only 40 bucks. My green screen was only like 20 bucks with the T-stand. You don't have to dive into your streaming journey and think that you need to be perfect. But where I say you can't cut corners is, if you're gonna stream on console, you should get a pretty good capture card, I would say. I would say a capture card and your mic audio is really important.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you can buy expensive equipment and not set it up right. So you have to learn the functions of the hardware that you're using.
Yeah.
So you need to learn about audio filters. You need to learn about compressors. You should take the time out to really see if you want to run your own broadcast, because
Yeah.
you're technically running your own show. You know, you're responsible for the production. You're responsible for the start time. You're responsible for what you're going to play that week. You know,
Yes.
all of those things. So I
100%.
think those are probably the first couple of tips that I would give someone on stream. And then just go into it for fun. I know that's so cliche to say, but if you think that you're going to be making money as soon as you cut your camera on, you're going to be upset. I'll tell you that now.
Yeah, and I told myself this, and I convinced myself, and I've told many people that don't expect people to always sub, which is why I hate doing subathons. I'm not against other people doing them. And like, I even felt very bad, like telling people, oh, here's the link, as if like I was asking them to buy the book and give me money. I felt bad doing this last stream, and I'm like, I told Michael nothing. Like, I felt bad doing this. Like, I hate asking for money from people unless it's like really like there's no other way and everything's closed in front of me and there's no coming back and it's oblivion point, then I would do it. But asking for like, oh, subathons or something, I don't. I even try to shut down the rate train, or not the rate trains, the hype trains, but they know, I think, that every single thing helps, because I like
Right.
everything that I make from work,
And you
is not
deserve
enough.
it. It's there. It's
Yeah.
there. It's there for people to use.
Yeah.
But the thing is, that says a lot about you. You are thinking about other people outside of the computer screen. You just don't see them as numbers. But you deserve it. You deserve all the hype trains in the world. You deserve all the subs in the world. But I think that you have the right mind frame about it. And I think that more people with that train of thought should be blessed. But unfortunately, it's the ones who are loud and wrong and manipulative. I've seen
Yeah.
so many videos of big streamers complaining about people not subbing enough or being nasty and rude to people, and then they're getting 100 subs, and it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
the people who are actually nice and investing time in their community and trying to build something strong and valid don't necessarily get rewarded, and
Yeah.
you deserve it.
And I've seen someone who was, when I was doing the partner push, also doing the partner push, and they know a lot of people around me. I had to unfollow them, not because of jealousy, but because of like, once they hit partner, their going live notification, the mobile push notification, everything had like, hey, psst, come here and Venmo me some money. I went to their stream and their title is like, hey, Venmo me or Cash App me or whatever, like Cash App me money. And it's like every 5 seconds he brought up money, and not through Twitch, immediately through Cash App. Oh, you want to see this? Cash App me $5. Cash App me. I'm like, bitch, please. Like, okay, just. Plus, his brand is all pickles, and at some point, like, I'm not against pickles, but I'm allergic to the skin of the cucumbers. But still, like, this is stupid. Like, okay, don't ridicule yourself with pickles just to get some money from people. Like, at some point, you're only becoming a clown to me. If you're only like, oh, pickles, pickle this, yeah, like, please.
Right. I absolutely understand, and that's why I'm not really moved by those challenges where it's like people want to hurt themselves for subs. I never understood that. And I'm being performative for subs because I'm not dancing because you gave me $5. Like, I'm grateful, absolutely 100% grateful, because people work hard for their money and you can spend it anywhere.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that I don't understand the importance of a sub. What I'm saying is I'm not going to eat a super spicy bean just because you sub to me. Because it's like, are you my friend? Do you want to see me in pain? Like, I don't want my friends to feel hurt or uncomfortable.
100%.
And I just always hope that people want that for me. So I mean, I get why people do those things because it is entertaining, but also too, I don't know, like you said, it's pretty clownish.
Yeah,
because,
like overdoing it.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
it's
like,
pretty clownish.
Yeah,
you're a clown. You're literally a performer. You're a clown. Like
yeah, it's I don't mean it in an offensive way, but like, okay, do it one time or like one-time event, but like making it a thing on your channel, dressing up as a pickle. Like, I've even seen streamers use a potato, literally like just a spud, as their PNG tuber. Like, okay, but come on, we're adults here.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna move on to segment 2 now, which is kind of like a lightning round, general questions. Do you mind telling me and the listeners what's your daily routine?
So currently my daily routine is I get up at probably 5:30, 6 a.m. for no reason. I sit in the bed and I think to myself, you work from home, you need to take your ass back to bed because you don't work until 8 a.m. And then I kind of go back to sleep until like 7:40. I wake up, I make breakfast, I turn on my computer, and I work for 8 hours. After I do that, I immediately say, oh my gosh, I need to get out of my apartment. I've been sitting in front of a screen for too long. And then I run to the gym so that I can decompress and nurture myself because it's healthy. It makes me feel good. It corrects my mental health. So then I go to the gym and then usually I get ready for stream because then I'm going into stream feeling refreshed and feeling like, okay, I can sit in front of another screen for a couple of hours and have fun. So that's usually my daily routine, but always the gym is involved because that's what really helps me maintain like a healthy mental health space.
100%. This is one of my favorite questions. If you were to be any object or creature, that creature, being real or fictional, what would you be and why?
If I could be an object or like a creature?
Yeah, you're calling
one or the other?
Yeah, you pick.
Okay. I think if I could be anything, I would probably want to be like a mutant, like from the X-Men. So somebody with similar powers to like maybe Mystique or even Nightcrawler, so that I could go and, I don't know, morph into like a really important high-level CEO of a bank and then transfer funds to all my friends' accounts so that they have money. So yes, that's what I would do. Or like be a Ditto from Pokemon and literally do the same thing. But whatever it is, I want powers so that I can manipulate whoever, the lottery system, and then give all my friends money so they're well off and they can do whatever they want and live life.
Fair enough. What's your biggest pet peeve?
Lateness. Because I feel like I'm always on time, and I feel like when someone doesn't consider my time and something that we plan for, it makes me feel like you don't care about me.
Yeah.
And then it just puts me in a bad mood, and then we have to rush, and things are probably not going to be as good as they could have been if things just were done on time. So, yeah. Don't be tardy for the party. Don't be tardy for the party.
What's one thing you expected from life as an adult but turned out to be completely different?
One thing I expected from life that turned out to be completely different. That's something that I don't necessarily think about because life is still going, so I'm actively still fighting for the things that I think that I deserve, if that makes sense. But if there's one thing that didn't turn out the way, the fact that we don't have any Sega home consoles, it makes me sad. Because I was such a big Dreamcast fan growing up, and the fact that Sega is not a hardware company anymore and they just sell software is something that I can't change, and it makes me really sad because I love my Dreamcast and I love my Sega Genesis growing up. So yeah. But life, if we want to go like on a deeper level, I guess I'm constantly challenging myself to level up. So I'm always feeling like that I can do better, whether that's financially or even like on education or what I know and what I've learned or being able to do things. So yeah, just always wanting to be better. Like I feel like I'm tough on myself to the point where I don't necessarily always feel good enough. But I'm actively working to fix those things to be where I want to be. So, but that's just my overall life. But I'm happy where I am in life, if that makes sense. But I don't want to be complacent with where I am in life because I want more for myself.
100%. Would you rather have a pause or a rewind button in your life?
A rewind button.
Okay.
There's some things that may have happened in my past that I would like to go back and maybe change or alter. I feel like now as an adult or even growing up as a kid, I was never too impulsive where I think I needed a pause button. I feel like I always think about my actions before I do it because I like to already be okay with the decisions I make. Because usually if I do something, I've already accepted the consequences that may come with it or the positive things that may come with it. You know what I mean? Because I'm pretty calculated. That's just how I am. So a rewind button.
Yeah. What are some of your favorite hobbies?
Some of my favorite hobbies, I love photography. One of my favorite things to do. I've been published actually as a photographer.
Ooh.
It's something that I absolutely love. It'll always be in my heart. That's one thing that I definitely want to put more of a focus on in my life is to get back into photography, which I still do. But like I love nature. I love beauty. I just love art. So anything art, artsy fartsy, I'm into it, whether it's like a Broadway show or like even an off-Broadway show or, you know, something fun. The gym, obviously, like I've said many of times tonight, and video gaming, another great thing, but also bike riding, I feel like is something that I do all the time when it's better weather here.
Yeah.
So riding a bike, rollerblading, I love rollerblading because I feel like it's important to, as a 36-year-old man, what has kept me happy and what I've realized is I've kept myself balanced and pretty much happy through life because I've always kept that child alive. Like I know that I'm an adult and I've handled responsibilities, and I've lived, like I said, lived on my own since I was 16. So I didn't really have room to sit around and
Yeah.
just be like this young kid who didn't have any responsibilities. So I don't know. For me, like, those things are really fun, and being organized and
Yeah.
having a calendar.
100%. If you had one special superpower, what would it be and why, and how would you use it?
If I could have a superpower, I would like to, I would love the ability of flight.
I would
And
choose teleportation.
nice. Yeah, either teleportation or flight, but I think flight because I really enjoy scenic views. So if I could fly and just see like these beautiful landscapes from above, like that would be so breathtaking, and I'll be able to get from point A to point B in like, 20 minutes or so. So I can just fly around the world and be one with nature. Either that or the ability to just breathe underwater, because I'm really curious to know what the hell is deep under in the sea, because there's some shit down there. It has to
Oh
be.
yeah. Oh yeah. There's some scary shit there. Okay. What's your comfort off-stream game?
My comfort off-stream game, I love to play a lot of 2D fighters. So I have an arcade stick. I don't know if everyone's familiar with an arcade stick, but it's the control panel that is used on arcade boxes for like arcade games. So I play a lot of 2D fighters such as like SNK versus Capcom, Marvel versus Capcom, just honestly like fighting games, but I love horror as well. I'm a big horror fan. I don't play enough horror games on stream. That's something that I would love to start doing more too, is tapping into the horror community, because I genuinely love horror movies and horror games so much. Yeah, so I would say my off-stream cozy games are like horror games. I love it.
Nice.
And fighting games, specifically 2D fighting games. I love them, like hand-drawn, like old school, early 2000s, all the good stuff.
Nice. Which of these three things would you give up if you ever had to? Money, gaming, or love?
Wow, that's a tough one. I mean, I know that I could live without all three, but what would I want to live without forever? And I'm a Capricorn, and I don't know if you know, but we love money, so I'm definitely not saying money.
If your
Now,
life,
love. I could live without love, I guess. I love my video games.
fair enough, fair enough. If your life was to be made into like a video game, what would it be titled?
It would be titled My Life as a Magical Girl.
Nice,
That's what it would be.
nice. Mine would be either WTF or ... or what now?
Nice.
Okay. What's one of your all-time favorite songs?
One of my all-time favorite songs
Yeah.
has to be Gimme More by Britney Spears. I just love that song. I love Britney
Nice.
so much. I've always loved her since I was a kid. I could tell you 50 other songs that I love, but I just feel like that's one of the one iconic songs that are like, that's just like amazing.
I mean,
I start my gym routine all the time with that song.
nice. Every time I hear that song, or used to hear that song in like gay clubs or gay bars when I went there, immediately my body would just start dancing on its own.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Iconic.
I've shifted away from that style of music as an adult now in my 30s. And now I'm more into like post-punk, dubstep, EDM
Nice,
My favorite
nice.
song
I love all of
is,
those things as well.
yeah, my favorite song is by a post-punk band called White Lies. The song is called Tokyo. Uh,
Very nice.
what's one of your all-time favorite movies?
One of my all-time favorite movies.
Hmm.
You probably never heard of this movie, but I would have to say The Color Purple. It's a movie with like Oprah Winfrey and Whoopi Goldberg and like all these legendary actors. It's like a really old movie, but it's so good and it's one of my favorite movies in the world. I have a bunch of them. I could have said something else, but like I feel like that's one of the ones like if I ever thought to be in a podcast or in an interview situation like this, which thank you for inviting me. I feel honored. I would want people to know that I love The Color Purple, one of my favorite movies.
Nice. What's one of your all-time favorite TV shows or series?
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Nice.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I grew up loving and crushing on Sarah Michelle Gellar since I was a kid, and I still love her. And I'm excited for the new series that's coming out.
Ooh.
I'm a little afraid of what they might do, but I'm open to see where they go because she's involved. So it's a continuation after the old series. So they're gonna acknowledge Buffy and all that other stuff. But there's a new Slayer. And I guess she's gonna be there to like help train her or something, so we'll see.
Nice, nice. Of course, the elephant in the room. My favorite is The Simpsons, undeniably.
Ah, I love The Simpsons.
Yeah.
It's
And then we
iconic,
have
amazing.
Two Broke Girls, which I have several.
Oh
ratings.
yes, I love that show as well. So good.
Yeah.
I agree. I love that show. And do you remember Cougar Town? I don't know
Oh,
if
yeah.
that show was funny.
Oh,
yes. Great shows. That was like all around the same time. Two Broke Girls, Cougar Town, like a bunch of them.
Oh yeah. Not only that, I also love The Big Bang Theory. The arrogance of Sheldon.
Sheldon. Have you watched Young Sheldon? Did you
No.
like that show at
No,
all?
no.
So good.
I can't.
I loved it.
I had to handle Sheldon for like 12 years. I don't want more of him.
Yeah. He's the same Sheldon in that show. He's just younger, and it's about his family and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Okay, so if you had the chance for one day to switch lives with one celebrity or public figure from today, who would you pick and why?
Britney Spears, because I want to know what the fuck is going on with my girl, and if I have to beat somebody up for her because I love her so much and her music has made me so happy and got me through so much growing up. So that's one person that I would switch with because like I have a heart and I want to know what's going on with her and I want to make sure she's okay. But if I want to be superficial, I want to live like Oprah Winfrey. That bitch got money. So
She's
Oprah.
throwing her money around as well.
Oprah. Right. I want to live like Oprah. I want to be Oprah. Shit.
Okay, mine would be. Okay, fine, I'll say it. Mine will be Kim Kardashian, even though I've said it before.
Okay.
And I kinda despise her, but for three reasons. I wanna try a day in her life. First reason is I wanna send more a million, or at least like 1 or 2 million over to my family or to my account, and make her sign a non-refundable.
You need to send way more than 1 million to your family from Kim Kardashian's account. She has it. So we're good. Yeah, you're gonna send your family 40 million, right? Yep. Okay, Kim, thank you.
Yeah. And second reason is I want to see what really goes on in a day in the life of Kim Kardashian. And third reason is I want to call her her sister's names. Like, come here, you bitch. Come here, you slut. For example. Yeah.
You want to relive that episode where she fought Chloe?
I,
No. When she fought Courtney and then she slapped her so hard the makeup was on the wall.
Actually, I watched something on YouTube called SimGM Productions, and they spoof the Kardashians, which is where I took that last one as inspiration.
That's funny.
Yeah. What's something you've always wanted to learn but didn't find time for?
I would really love to learn how to ski. I would love to ski. I would love to ski, like down a mountain, like really cool, like the game SS Tricky, like a pro, doing flips off of like giant snow piles and flipping and landing on my feet. I would have loved to like learn how to do that.
Yeah, I really wish I learned piano when I was offered this opportunity.
That's a beautiful skill to have. I agree.
Okay. What's your biggest insecurity?
My biggest insecurity. My biggest insecurity, I think, is. I'm trying to see because I don't want it to be superficial. I have many insecurities. My biggest insecurity always is just wondering or knowing if I'm smart enough to be in certain spaces. That's probably my biggest insecurity. So like maybe doubting myself.
Yeah, mine would be probably overthinking.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. What's your definition of success?
My definition of success is obviously being financially stable, but also being emotionally mature enough to be in any situation or any room and adapt to what's happening. I think my version of success is constantly pushing yourself and not becoming complacent with where you are. I think that's really important.
Yeah. Then the next questions are food related. What's your favorite drink of choice?
I love pineapple soda. So good. Specifically the Fanta brand. I don't know if you know of that.
Oh yeah.
Brand, or if you know of those commercials. Don't you wanna Fanta, don't you wanna? They used to come on back in the day, like early 2000s.
Oh my god.
So good. I was obsessed with them when I was a kid. But yeah, that's probably one of my favorite like sodas.
Nice. Mine would be a Jaeger bomb, but I do it my own version. The Jaeger bomb is like Jägermeister and Red Bull.
Right.
I add vodka.
Wow. I remember the first time I had a Jägermeister, I was like, whoa, what is this? It's crazy.
I've been drinking that on stream today, so yeah.
Nice. Good for you. I think I might have a glass of whiskey tonight. I'm a whiskey dude. Yeah.
If you could eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
I'm absolutely obsessed with Mediterranean food. So do I have to pick which meal, or can I just say Mediterranean food? Mediterranean food. I love it all. But my best friend is actually Kurdish and Armenian. So I literally got introduced to so many different foods, like Turkish food, just so much like good Arab food, like amazing. So there's one meal, I don't know if I'm ever saying it right, but something called Iskender. It's so good. Like I love it. It's like like a yogurt sauce with like the chips and the lamb, and it's just like, oh my gosh. But like I also love the halal trucks as well. Like I'm obsessed with the tzatziki sauce and Mediterranean food. Yes, is my final answer.
Have you tried Lebanese food?
I have, and it's really good as well. But I like literally like now you're going to make me want to find a Lebanese restaurant, which I will. And when I do, I'm gonna ask you for some suggestions on what I should eat.
Oh yeah.
Well, you can tell me now. What would you suggest if I went to a Lebanese restaurant?
If you wanna keep it like on the health.
I'm open. No,
Okay.
no. I eat everything.
So tell them meza. Just call it meza. Like they would. It's like a bunch of dishes. Like they would put hummus. They would put spring rolls. They would put in one table spring rolls, and then they would put our own version of tater tots, but we do it like spicy.
I love it.
Yeah, and then they would put. Don't ask for tabbouleh.
For potatoes.
Don't ask
I'll
for.
do anything for potatoes. I'll steal your grandmother's Pokemon for potatoes.
Don't ask.
Obsessed.
My grandmother is dead, sadly.
Oh, mine's too. We have that in common. Rest in peace, grandmas. We love you.
But no, like ask for what's it called? Instead of tabbouleh, ask them to bring fatouche. It's the same thing, but tastier. They could add breadcrumbs, radishes. It's like a salad. It's one of our traditional foods, but it's tastier.
Right. Well, like I said, I'm pretty open. I don't have many things that I don't love, but I have things that I'll be like, I don't want that. And that is probably snail. I don't like snail, and I don't like. I will not eat any insects. So.
Oh yeah. The only thing, like the only animal that I could eat was, or out of my norm, was squid.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I mean, I've had literally calamari many of times. Yeah.
Okay. What's your favorite or traditional food from your state or country that you want to introduce the world to, that you recommend people to try?
Traditional from like my family. I mean, I'm American black, so Southern food, so like soul food, I would say, like Southern baked mac and cheese, or honestly something as simple as like, you know, like mashed potatoes and like brown gravy is something that's really tasteful, or yeah, like something in that realm.
Oh yeah,
like Southern food, like soul food.
Now that you mention you're like American and black, like no offense, but like one of my favorite movies is by Tyler Perry. It's not Medea.
Which one?
Acrimony. It's called
I don't
Acrimony.
know if I've seen that movie. I have to Google it.
Now that you reminded me, it's a psychological thriller that starts off as drama.
Oh, nice.
It starts off as drama and then builds up at the end. Taraji P. Henson, hats off to you.
I know.
Hats
Nice. Okay, yeah, great. Yeah, she's an amazing actress.
To her. Wow. And there's another one with Viola Davis and J-Lo that I love called Lila and Eve. It's also kind of like a...
Yes.
It's... You know it?
Yes, I know that movie.
I love that movie.
I haven't seen it, but I do know it.
Yeah. Like, I've looked at myself recently. I'm like, you know what? African American culture is like is awesome. Like I love most of what they bring. Like I even took my parents to watch Medea, and they couldn't stop laughing.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Amazing.
So what's the weirdest food you've ever had?
The weirdest food I've ever had, snail. I tried it and I was disgusted by it. Yeah, I don't like it. It's not for me. If you like it, that's on you, but I don't like snail.
Okay. Now on to the next segment, which is a bunch of mini games that I prepared and a special mini game for this episode, my own version, or actually Team Rocket edition of This or That.
Yay! Let's go.
All right. So I'm gonna name a few Pokemon from Team Rocket roster or rooster or whatever you want to call them. All you gotta do is pick one over the other from each option. Easy as.
Okay.
Ekans or Koffing.
They're both Team Rocket, but if I had to choose, I'll go with Ekin because I love Aardvark. And I love when he says, "Bacha, baka."
Yeah. Also, I made a joke one time with a friend, and it's actually from a meme online. They showed the picture of Ekans with the name Evanescence, and then they put Snake Me Up inside.
I love that. I love that.
All right. Lickitung or Victory Bell?
Victory Bell, of course. I mean, I just love James, number one, but I currently have a Victory Bell on my team in Pokemon ZA. I'm obsessed with Mega Victory Bell, like obsessed.
Wow. Wobbuffet or Weezing?
Wobbuffet, because he's just so humorous and he brought so much to the team, and he got them out of a lot of trouble with that one move counter. Gotta respect the Wobba.
Oh yeah. He kind of like irritated me at some point when every time they say something like Wobbuffet, and she's like, get back in your ball.
Right.
Okay. Arbok or Chimico?
Chimico.
Okay.
Just a cute Pokemon. I love it. It's cute.
Viper or Cacnea?
That's so hard.
That's what she said. I mean,
Cacnea, because I'm obsessed. Yeah, that's what they say all the time. Proud of it. Cacnea, because I'm obsessed with it, is so cute. And there's a Digimon that's a cactus too, and I'm like always loving both of them.
Oh yeah. Dustox or Mime Jr.?
Mime Jr., because he's just humorous, and I'm obsessed with Pokemon who are like humorous and funny. And him and James had kind of like beef, so it just was cool.
They've
I love their relationship.
They've added Mr. Mime to the in the DLC. I am the first thing that I said is Mime Crime Time is back in business, baby, because there's a joke that I made a few years ago that my friend was like, bruh, why do you have a team of 6 Mr. Mimes? He's like, I'm trying to come up with a good name for them. And then he said, well, you know what? Make it rhyme. Mime Crime Time. I'm like, oh my God, Mime Crime Time. They're led by, the criminal mastermind behind them is Mime Jr. And they are led by Mr. Rhyme. And their rivals are Don't Jinx It. Yeah. Okay. So, Yanmega or Carnivine?
Yanmega. Even though I despise bug Pokemon, but it's a pretty strong Pokemon. I just can't imagine having a bug Pokemon around, like out of the Pokeball, which I would want all my Pokemon kind of just out chilling. But I feel like a bug Pokemon would do something weird, like build a nest in your home, like in the corner, and that would like make me itch. So.
Yeah. Also, like, let's talk about the shiny of Yanma and Yanmega. Amazing shiny.
Exactly. I
Amazing
agree.
shiny. Woobat or Amoonguss, however you pronounce it.
The bat. I love the bat. I love all the bat Pokemon for some reason.
Yeah. I hate the fact that they don't have eyes.
Right.
Kind of like Zubat.
True.
Yeah.
I love Golbat.
Frillish or Inkay?
Inkay. Just a cute little cutie Pokemon.
Oh yeah, he turns into Malamar, and I hate Malamar because of evil deeds in the anime.
Right. Yes, yes, and it's a really strong, like, kind of evilish Pokemon, which is what we love here at Team Rocket.
Oh yeah, but I have recurring nightmares of just that scene in one of the episodes where he's like Melamar, Melamar, and then unleashing all evil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Gorgeist or Marini?
Gorgeist.
Okay.
Marini for some reason makes my skin itch. I don't know why. I
Oh
don't
yeah.
like it.
Yeah. All right. Mimikyu.
Like Barnacle and stuff, like those Pokemon. bleh.
Okay. Mimikyu or Pikachu?
Oh my gosh, this is so hard. This is really hard, but like aesthetically, I feel like for me personally, like I
Yeah.
would, if I had to pick, I would go with Mimikyu.
Mimikyu. I'm gonna put you under the pressure and say Mimikyu or Meowth.
Wow, that's crazy. I mean, for battle purposes, I would want to pick Mimikyu, but honestly,
Yeah.
I'm going with my boy Meowth always.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So it's all gonna come down to this. This is the last part or the last segment of this episode. This is the mental health. Obviously, we're gonna be talking about mental health, a lot of things, a lot of stories to tell. But I specifically asked Cam what he would like to discuss, and he said, "I'll talk about how I maintain my mental health." So I'm gonna be listening, and I'm gonna let him talk, and I'm gonna let him tell his story, and I'll be listening.
Yep. So, for me, one of the most important things I think when it comes to maintaining your mental health as an individual, it's going to be pretty generalized because, I mean, obviously these things are dependent upon the person, but I also feel like these suggestions are really positive ones and they could pretty much help anybody. But I feel like, one, like I said before earlier in the interview, I've always kind of kept that inner child in me alive. I feel like doing the things that you've loved since you were a kid is something that you should always continue to do and develop on those things. So whether it was drawing, making art, playing video games, making music, being athletic, going on bike rides, traveling, whatever that is, you should do it. And that's one of the things that I live by. So for me, like, it's going outside with my camera and taking pictures and being in nature and hugging a tree. I know it sounds cliche, but those things make me feel really good. Fitness, going to the gym is a great way to maintain your mental health and to like take you out of a bad mental space. I feel like the gym is one of the easiest ways and natural ways to kind of balance yourself out and push you in the positive direction, in my opinion, and also in my experience. I could speak from experience and say that that's one of the main reasons why I go to the gym. Obviously, you want to look good, you want to be in shape and all of that fun stuff. But I feel like a lot of people don't understand the mental benefits behind being in tune with your body. And the last thing, I think constantly for me, just checking in with myself. Sometimes you have to have a conversation with yourself. You have to be real and ask yourself the tough questions and actively work on those things. I think, yes, I'm tough on myself, but I don't live in my shit, because if you live in your shit, it only gets bigger. So if there's something that I want to change, I find a way to start actively working towards fixing that. And obviously some things are going to be easier than others, and you have to understand that maybe it won't happen in a day, and sometimes it will. So I think actively asking yourself what are things that you may not like and that you want to change, and then working on those things is a great way to maintain your mental health, because we're all going to have days where we're up and when we're down. I think it's about how you handle those things and the emotional intelligence that you apply to those situations, right?
Yeah, 100%.
So emotional intelligence, and investing in that and understanding what that really is and what that means to you
Yeah.
is another great way to maintain your mental health.
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. Also, like, surround yourself with all the positive thoughts, the positive people. Um, like, even if drama is gonna be following you, like, or makes you wanna blast off, don't let it overtake you. Like, let your body take you somewhere else when you blast off, somewhere that makes you happy.
Exactly, because blasting off doesn't necessarily have to be
Yeah.
a negative thing. You saw that
Yeah.
every time Team Rocket blasted off, that's what I loved about them. They came back swinging every time, and
Oh
that's
yeah.
one thing that I take from them is that they never gave up. And I think that's why I identify so much with Team Rocket in this organization, because it's like they're always going to be consistent. And people need to realize that showing up is most of the job and being present.
Oh yeah, 100%. Uh, but thank you so much for being part of this podcast. Uh,
Absolutely.
any last
Absolutely. I had
words?
a blast. This was absolutely unexpected. I didn't know what to expect from the experience. I mean, I have seen podcasts, but I'm not really familiar with any or many. And I had an absolute blast being a part of it. No pun intended. And thank you so much for inviting me.
Of course.
And you guys can catch me on Twitch at Team Rocket Cam.
I was
And
about
I
to say.
usually stream, and I usually stream weekly, Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern. And then on the weekends, usually earlier in the day. But you could find me at Team Rocket Cam on Twitch, and then Cam Team Rocket on Twitter, and Team Rocket Cam everywhere on TikTok as well.
I was gonna say, like, tell us a little bit more about the channel and those, but guys, you've heard him here. Like, I don't want this to end, but sadly we have to. I'm really enjoying this, recording every second of this, but go check him out. Go hang out with Cam. You're gonna love his vibes.
Appreciate that. I appreciate you, Blue, and have an amazing
Of
night.
course.
Now I have to go be an adult.
Of course. All right. Bye.
Yep. Yep. Bye. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Of course.